I'm Justin, this is Danny. We have some Gamespot breaking news for you. It turns out that Microsoft is offering people $100 if they go to a Microsoft store, dedicated stores just for Microsoft content, trade in your PS3, any kind of PS3, and towards the purchase of an Xbox One.
So like this one right here?
Yeah, so if you take that PS3, you will get a crisp $100 towards an Xbox One. I mean, you're not just getting $100.
It's really heavy. You sure you're okay with that? All right, thank you very much. This is great. You sure this is real? I wouldn't know.
What do you think about that? Is that worth it? Would you take your PS3 and get $100 off a next-gen console?
I always feel like the people who did that, who traded in their console to get a new one, were the folks who couldn't afford it. Like whenever I worked in GameStop for a number of years back in Ireland, and when the people who were trading in old consoles to get new ones were basically kids who had saved up enough money and then at a certain stage just kind of justified it to themselves. Like I'm not so sure if. Because you're not just trading in a console. The thing about when you trade in your PlayStation 3 is you basically also trade in the ability to play every single game you've ever bought on it. So, and the other weird angle on this is then presumably what you're actually doing is kind of changing sides as well in a way. Like I guess there's no like backwards compatibility between any of these consoles at all. But
that's the thing that makes it so weird. Like, why would you? I wouldn't want to do this for an Xbox 360 for a PS4 either. Just because the library of games that you have on your current gen system is so big, so much bigger. So there's so many more things you can play. I wouldn't recommend picking up a PS4 or Xbox One at this point if you're still on the fence.
Could this be some sort of a public relations tactic, Justin?
This
Could Microsoft be doing? Is it just Microsoft stores? You can't do it.
It's only Microsoft stores. You can't go into GameStop or someplace like that. Oh no, of course GameStop does take trade-ins.
Yeah.
And if you have a 500 gigabyte PlayStation 3, you can get $100. If it's not a 500 gig, you're probably going to get a little bit less than that. So I mean, in that sense, it's a good deal if you're looking to get rid of your PS3. But if you're just looking to pick up a next-gen console and you don't want to get rid of your current gen, this is not a great deal. You probably don't want to do that. It's just a publicity stunt.
It's funny. The other thing as well is if you're going into a Microsoft store, presumably all you're going to be able to do is give them the PlayStation. They'll just like chuck it out the back. None of your games you can trade in. At least if you went to a GameStop and you were trading it in, you're probably not going to get as much unless you want a 500 gig, which I don't know. They're not exactly all over the place. Then at least there you can trade in all your software as well. You can trade in your games if you want to do that. But don't do that, because in like a year's time you're gonna have a week off where you just lost your job, or you just
well, that's dark.
Or none of your friends want to hang out with you because you're a terrible person and you want to play all your old games. I don't know. It always happens eventually.
What do you think Microsoft is going to do with all these PS3s? They're collecting PS3s.
They're going to throw them in. They're going to take a photograph, they're going to put it up on Instagram or something like that and be like, look at all the people who traded in their PlayStation 3s to play the latest Xbox One.
They could drop them into a volcano.
Waiting for all the games to come out for that system. I don't know. It just seems like a publicity stunt. I guess if you're going to trade in a console, if you really think you're done with it. But right now, as somebody who owns next-gen consoles from launch week, and is still kind of waiting for that second round of software to come out to actually justify it. Like, I'm still playing my Xbox 360, I'm still playing my PS3. It seems a little bit early to be going, full hog into next gen.
Like later this year, maybe it'll be a good time to get those next gen consoles. But if you want more console specific news, Xbox One, PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, be sure to stay tuned to GameSpot. Follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook. You know how all that stuff works. Give me my $100 back.
No.
God, I'm getting out of here.